Third wettest May in Pennsylvania's history, and we're gonna try to mow hay today. I might be crazy for trying this, but this stuff is ready to cut. Seed heads are all brown, they're ready to go. Had so much rain here the last couple of days that it's all laying over now. Sun's peeking through over on the east. Unfortunately, clouds move from the west to the east here where I'm at. So that's not coming towards me. The clouds behind me are coming this way. If you look on the cloud radar on the weather apps, it shows there's a very clear line where the clouds end. So I'm just hoping that that line gets here sooner rather than later. Anyway, I got all the equipment ready yesterday, fueled up, hooked up. We're ready to roll. Guys, mowed down about 14 15 acres, 8 acres here at the home farm, and then a custom job down the road. It was like 5 or 6 acres. Hoping that the sun stays out like it is right now. However, if I turn the camera around, it doesn't look very promising that direction, and then this direction looks great. Nice weather, terrible weather, nice weather, terrible weather. This hay, guys, is drying down a lot quicker than I was expecting. I actually tedded it a second time here about an hour ago. Still plenty of moisture in it. There's some wetter stuff underneath, obviously, but the wind has been doing a lot more than I thought it was gonna do. We've had very intermittent sunshine all day. Wish we had a lot more, but we didn't. And one of those frustrating things is we've had tons of scattered storms all over the area, and we have been blessed. We have not gotten hit by any of them yet, but there's one right there. A lot of them have been just skirting to the north of us, and keep praying it doesn't rain. Yeah, if it doesn't rain, I think we're in good shape. We're well on our way to get hay dry. If I was baling this hay for cows, I would not bother tedding it again, but because I'm baling it for horses, we're gonna do a thing. We're just gonna ted it lightly. We're gonna have some leaf loss, we're gonna have some leaf shatter, but I would rather sell 100% dry horse hay than sell horse hay or cattle hay that's more on the wet side that still has leaves. I have a big horse market. There's a ton of grass in here. There's a lot of alfalfa still. It'll still make really nice hay. Really all I'm dealing with is just a few spots that the stems are still a little bit waxy. Very dry on top, almost dry all the way to the bottom, but we get some stems in here like this that is still a waxy stem. We got a big problem. This is what I get for working on a Sunday, I guess. The tractor's got an issue, and I don't really know what it is. 8 acres here. Tedded it completely fine. Heavy, thick hay. Went down the road to do a 5 acre field that I'm doing for another guy. heavier alfalfa. It was a little bit wetter. I pull in and nothing but issues. I turn the PTO on, I start going, and the whole thing just slows down. It's not spinning right. Like something was slipping. I thought it was in the tedder, maybe the slip clutch in the tedder or something, but I couldn't hear or see anything wrong. And the big giveaway that it was the tractor was when this was happening, the drive line connected to the PTO on the tractor, the one right behind me, was not spinning at all. So there's something in the tractor. I put fluid in the tractor, I topped the fluid off, thinking that maybe just wasn't getting hydraulic pressure, and that didn't fix the issue. I'm telling you, I was probably going 2 miles an hour in semi-dry hay, and it wasn't even spinning the tedder. I don't know what the problem is. It's really confusing because I tedded all day yesterday, no problem with it. I even tedded this, no problem. I tedded like thick, wet, heavy hay yesterday, no problem. Now I can't even ted semi-dry hay. I don't know what the issue is. To confirm that it was the tractor, I hooked it up to the 966 and I put that thing in too high. I'm telling you, I was probably going 8-9 mile an hour flying across the field, and I was having no problems. We were tedding just fine. So it looks like I'm going to be giving someone a call tomorrow morning. Update on the AGCO. I took it down the road to an Amish shop that take equipment to. They do a good job. I like what they do. So I took it down there this morning. I called them. I said, hey, here's a problem. I need it fixed this week. And he actually said, can you bring it today? I think I can get to it this week. So I just took it over there. Hopefully they can start tearing into it today. In the meantime, we have the tedder hooked up. I got to do a little bit of tedding, just like in the waterways and some thick spots. It's 9 o'clock now. I just went out and checked the hay. It's drying, but there's some moisture on the bottom, and there's, it's not ready to bale yet, obviously. There was a heavy dew overnight, so it's going to take a little while for that dew to really burn off and get crispy. I'm hoping around, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 or somewhere in that vicinity, we're going to start raking. Having 2 tractors is kind of annoying. Also, having only 1 tractor that I know runs really well is also annoying. This thing right here was giving us some fits last time, so I pulled the carb apart and then went in there and cleaned it all out. And then I was running it the other day, just kind of putzing it around, and it was sputtering on me again. So I pulled the carb back off. This time I stripped it all the way down, pulled all the jets out, which I should have done in the first place. There is no more dirt in there. Like, I didn't really find a whole lot. There was the 1 jet that had maybe a little bit of something in one of the holes. Cleaned it out. There's nothing visible that I can see anymore that's in there. I mean, I had that thing completely stripped down. Been putzing it around, moving the wagons around and stuff, and it hasn't sputtered on me yet, but I haven't really run it through its paces. So I'm gonna do that here today. That was my plan, and rake the stuff here at home. But there's another field down the road, a custom job that I would needed to rake, and I was gonna do that with the 966 because I know that thing runs good. It's my fastest tractor. I have it hooked up. I was going to run it down the road and get that field done and then switch the rake over to the case so I can run it through its paces. And now this stuff here is ready to go, and I'm waiting to hear back from the other guy if he wants me to rake his field a while. So I guess I'll just rake with the 966, and if I get everything raked here with that, we'll just pull it off that and put the baler on it. It's a lot of running around and jumping off tractors and swapping stuff around, and it does get really old after a while, which is why it's really nice to have the three good running tractors. It makes everything runs super smooth. The efficiency of it is much higher and spreads your hours out across tractors. Now you have more maintenance, more tractors, more maintenance, more moving parts, more things to go wrong. 3 o'clock, everything is raked, baler's hooked up. I had to rake with this tractor because the case was still having issues. Eli took the carb apart again. It's the third time it's been taken apart in the last 3 days. And there's an O-ring in there. I think that seals the main jet off or something that was like shot. I knew it was shot, and I tried to piece it back together when I put it back together. He thinks that was part of the problem, as well as there was some more gunk in one of the jets, or clogging a jet, and I think it's actually part of that O-ring. Money. That is literally looks like money. They're big $8 bills. 10.2. Got everything bailed up yesterday. It was kind of a crapshoot how we got everything bailed up, but we got it all bailed up. I don't really remember everything that I filmed, but basically I raked with that tractor because the case was still having fuel issues, so I was bouncing back and forth between those. And then I went to rake the custom job, and I did 2 rounds over at that field before he called me saying he actually wants to wait till tomorrow because, well, it wasn't quite dry and they weren't calling for rain today. So he was like, well, let's wait till tomorrow. So then I came back and then finished raking with that and then hooked up the baler. It was honestly just one of those messy days where things weren't working right, and but we got it done. Just want to check a couple of these bales to see if they've done any sweating, which they should. That's what hay does. There you go. 12%, we'll say. 10%. Now there's a wetter spot right there. 40%. Must have a wet flake in there. We'll probe this end of the bale, and goes down big time. So yeah, there's just a little wet spot in there, but that'll cure. Overall, I'm very pleased with how the hay turned out. We we got blessed with some decent weather. It kind of got better and better as the days went on. Saturday was cloudy but super windy. Sunday was a little bit more sunnier, super windy, and yesterday we had a stiff breeze and clear skies almost all day. So blessed with good weather to get this hay made. Baler's cleaned up. Mower's hooked up, just waiting on our next weather window. And I can tell you for certain, that next weather window is not gonna be for a couple days.